run a game show. No, he is the worst representation of what the United States is or could be. An epic battle worthy of a new Star Wars movie. You have to decide. Are you going to be with the Force or are you going to be on the dark side? It's your choice.
It's going to be a President Donald Trump. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because we're not going to be used. Fear is not going to be something that we're going to, that's going to be what drives our country. We're not going to be scared of Muslims or immigrants or, women. We're not actually afraid of anything. So, we're not going to use fear. So that's not going to be an issue. I think it is, if you're asking if it's a harbinger, I think that, and I think you would agree, and I think we all sort of see it, I think that's sort of landed in a way. Trump is actually a result in many ways of the fact that much of the news programs didn't follow up and ask tough questions. That's the truth. It was, it's really easy because your numbers go up.
If we Republicans choose Donald Trump as our nominee, the prospects for a safe and prosperous future are greatly diminished. Let me explain why I say that. First, on the economy. If Donald Trump's plans were ever implemented, the country would sink into prolonged recession. A few examples. His proposed 35% tariff-like penalties would instigate a trade war, and that would raise prices for consumers, kill our export jobs, and lead entrepreneurs and businesses of all stripes to flee America. His tax plan, in combination with his refusal to reform entitlements and to honestly address spending, would balloon the deficit and the national debt. So even though Donald Trump has offered very few specific economic plans, what little he has said is enough to know that he would be very bad for American workers and for American families. But you say, wait. Isn't he a huge business success? Doesn't he know what he's talking about? No, he isn't. And no, he doesn't. Look, his bankruptcies have crushed small businesses and the men and women who work for them. He inherited his business. He didn't create it. And whatever happened to Trump Airlines? How about Trump University? And then there's Trump Magazine and Trump Vodka and Trump Steaks.
Donald will betray his supporters on every issue. If you care about immigration, Donald is laughing at you. And he's telling the moneyed elites he doesn't believe what he's saying. He's not going to build a wall. That's what he told the New York Times. He will betray you on every issue across the board. And his strategy of being a bully, in particular, is directed at women. Donald has a real problem with women. People who are insecure. People who are insecure about who they are. Donald is terrified by strong women. He lashes out at them. Remember, this is the same Donald Trump who last week here in Indiana proudly touted the endorsement from Mike Tyson, a convicted rapist who served 3 years in prison here in Indiana for raping a 17-year-old girl. And in Donald's world, he said Mike Tyson was a tough guy. I don't think rapists are tough guys. I spent a lot of years in law enforcement dealing with rapists.
Donald Trump.
He was difficult. Because how do you approach that? How do you approach that? I approached Donald Trump as and it's not just about being a rich kid or anything like that. I approached Donald Trump as what you kind of see in him when you really watch him. There's a pretense. There's something created about him in a sense of bulliedom. But what he is, I believe, is a brat.
And all I meant to write was stop with the Trump. Just stop it. It's not funny anymore. That's all I was going to write. And then I sat there and I looked at it and I was like, you know, because this. Well, because also, and the thing is this, and then this, and this, and this. And I wrote this whole malignant tumor of a thing.
Yeah.
This wasp nest of thoughts. And I sent it to my mom, and she said, sure, send it.
You sent it to her proposal?
Yeah, she said, go ahead and send it. I hate to put her on the spot, but she said, sure.
Sure. You compared him to Hitler.
Yeah, sure. Not Hitler when he was done. You know, I mean, that's
No, I know.
That's an unfair comparison
in the 30s
for
when he was
anybody.
coming up.
Yeah,
And how he
in his
seemed.
rookie years. Yeah, that was when he was, you know.
And you
Yeah.
said what?
I've never done this before. I have no track record of running my mouth politically.
Will you do it again?
No, I probably won't. I shouldn't have said even what I said now, but
But you did.
I shouldn't have written it. I'm sorry. I apologize.
You don't mean that.
No, not at all.
So just give me one more minute because we got to have fun with it. He likes to go on Twitter. So he now says, well, first of all, he says that I'm sweating all the time. It's hot in here. Am I sweating now? No. All right. He doesn't sweat. He doesn't sweat because his pores are clogged from the spray tan that he uses. Donald is not going to make America great. He's going to make America orange. The next thing, now, the other thing he says, he's always calling me Little Marco. And I'll admit, the guy, he's taller than me. He's like 6'2", which is why I don't understand why his hands are the size of someone who's 5'2". Have you seen his hands? They're like this. And you know what they say about men with small hands? You can't trust them. You can't trust them. You can't trust them.
And as far as Hillary's